The iconic sci-fi series Lost in Space, which aired from 1965 to 1968, captivated audiences with its thrilling space adventures and memorable characters. But what happened to the talented stars who brought the Robinson family to life nearly 3 decades later? In this article, we explore the journeys of the cast members, tracing their careers, triumphs, and challenges up to 2024. From fame to personal evolution, join us as we reflect on their legacies and what they've been up to since the show's end. Leave a comment below to share which story resonates with you the most. Guy Williams, born Armando Catalano on January 14, 1924, became a beloved figure through his role as Dr. John Robinson in Lost in Space. Portraying the intelligent and courageous father of the Robinson family, Williams won the hearts of audiences when he was 41 years old. Before his fame as Dr. Robinson, he had a successful career as a model and earned recognition in the 1950s as the iconic Zorro. However, after Lost in Space, his career faded, and he struggled to find notable roles. His personal life was complicated, with a marriage to Janice Cooper that ended due to his intense work focus and eventual retreat from the limelight. In the 1970s, Williams moved to Argentina, where he remained adored by fans but became more reclusive, drifting away from his family. Tragically, he passed away alone in Buenos Aires on April 30, 1989, at the age of 65 from a brain aneurysm. His legacy is one of both triumph and isolation, a testament to his complex life. Marta Christen, born on February 26, 1945 in Oslo, Norway, portrayed Judy Robinson in Lost in Space when she was just 20 years old. Raised in an orphanage during World War II, Marta was adopted by an American family and faced a challenging childhood. Lost in Space was the pinnacle of her career, but the typecasting from her role as the Robinson family's oldest daughter made it difficult for her to land diverse roles in Hollywood. She married twice. Her first marriage ended due to irreconcilable differences, but her second marriage brought her much-needed stability. Now 79, Marta enjoys a peaceful life in California, occasionally attending fan conventions and reflecting on a career that, despite being iconic, never fully reached its potential. Mark Goddard, born Charles Goddard on July 24, 1936, was only 29 when he stepped into the role of Major Don West, the courageous pilot of the Jupiter 2 on Lost in Space. His charm and striking looks made him a fan favorite, but after the show ended, Goddard struggled to break free from typecasting. His personal life also had its difficulties. He was married 3 times, first to Marcia Rogers, then to actress Susan Anspach, and finally to Evelyn Petzik, with his third marriage being the only one to last. Despite having 3 children, his relationships with them were often strained, particularly during the periods when his career was waning. In the 1980s, Goddard shifted careers, finding fulfillment as a special education teacher, which gave him a renewed sense of purpose outside of acting. Although he made efforts to reconcile with his past, Goddard openly expressed regret over lost opportunities and unresolved family conflicts. Mark Goddard passed away on October 10, 2023, at the age of 87 due to pulmonary fibrosis. He is remembered for facing life's many challenges with quiet resilience and for the lasting impact he left on fans and the industry alike. Dee Hartford, born Donna Higgins on April 21, 1928, in Salt Lake City, Utah, came from a conservative Mormon family that struggled to accept her artistic aspirations. With her striking beauty, she began her career as a model in the late 1940s, earning the title of the Perfect Girl in 1952. Hartford later ventured into acting, securing roles in iconic shows such as Batman and The Twilight Zone, though her acting career never fully reached the heights it promised. At 25, she married the celebrated director Howard Hawks. Despite the outward glamour of their marriage, it was riddled with disagreements and Hawks' infidelity, leading to a painful divorce in 1959. While her journey was marked by both moments of brilliance and personal heartache, Hartford's legacy remains one of elegance, ambition, and perseverance, enduring well beyond the struggles she faced. After her divorce, Dee Hartford faced a period of emotional turmoil and financial struggles. In 1965, at 37, she appeared in Lost in Space as Vera, an android seeking humanity, mirroring her own quest for purpose and connection. While she portrayed confidence on screen, Hartford's off-screen life was overshadowed by depression and health issues. She eventually withdrew from Hollywood, living in relative isolation while battling declining health in her later years. Hartford passed away on October 21, 2018, at the age of 90, leaving behind a complex legacy of resilience and inner strength. Michael Rennie, born on August 25, 1909, portrayed the enigmatic keeper in Lost in Space at the age of 57. With his commanding presence and acting credentials, including his iconic role in The Day the Earth Stood Still, Rennie was well suited for the complex role. However, much like his character, Rennie's life was marked by isolation. Raised by a distant father, he carried emotional scars throughout his life. Despite his career successes, his later years were overshadowed by declining roles, health issues, and the collapse of 2 marriages. Rennie passed away on June 10, 1971, at 61 due to an aortic aneurysm, leaving behind a legacy of nuanced performances clouded by personal struggles. Marcel Hirsch, born on April 23, 1908, played the eccentric junkman in Lost in Space at the age of 59. A German-born actor who fled Nazi oppression, Hirsch reinvented himself in Hollywood, using his distinctive German-accented voice and energetic presence to carve out a niche. While he had notable success in television, with appearances in The Twilight Zone and Hogan's Heroes, his personal life was marked by tragedy. Many of his family members suffered during World War II, and Hirsch carried the weight of survivors' guilt throughout his life. By the 1980s, he had become reclusive, rarely appearing in public. He passed away on January 1, 1988, at 79, leaving behind a legacy of memorable roles and a life marked by the scars of history. Alan Melvin, born on February 18, 1923, brought authority and depth to his role as Cloudo in Lost in Space. With his deep, commanding voice, Melvin had a successful career, including standout roles in The Phil Silvers Show and All in the Family. Despite his professional achievements, his personal life was difficult, marked by long absences from his family due to work and a struggle with alcoholism. He married Amalia Faustina Cero in 1944, and they had 2 daughters whom he adored, though he often felt inadequate as a father because of his workaholic tendencies. Melvin was frequently typecast, which left him yearning for more dramatic roles. His later years were shadowed by personal loss, including the death of his younger brother in World War II and his battle with throat cancer. He passed away on January 17, 2008, at the age of 84, leaving behind a legacy of memorable performances and a reputation for professionalism. Jonathan Harris, born on November 6, 1914, is best remembered for his portrayal of the cunning and scheming Dr. Zachary Smith in Lost in Space, 1965-1968, a role he took on at the age of 51. Raised in a working-class Jewish family in the Bronx, New York, Harris was shy as a child and often ridiculed for his thick Yiddish accent. This motivated him to perfect a more refined English accent, which became his trademark throughout his career. Despite earning a pharmacy degree to please his parents, Harris followed his passion for acting, enduring years of financial struggle before achieving his breakthrough role. Though successful later in life, he feared his career peaked too late. Harris married Gertrude Bregman in 1938, and although their marriage lasted, it was often strained by his career frustrations and their inability to have children. After Lost in Space, Harris found himself typecast in villainous roles, which led to dissatisfaction with his career. He spent his final years in Encino, California, living quietly before passing away on November 3, 2002, just days before his 88th birthday. Harris is fondly remembered for his memorable performances and the unique charm he brought to his roles. Sheila Allen, born on February 2, 1929 in New York City, played Aunt Gamma in Lost in Space in 1966 at the age of 37. As the wife of renowned producer Irwin Allen, Sheila initially had a promising career, with many roles in her husband's productions. However, their marriage, which appeared perfect to outsiders, was fraught with tension due to frequent disagreements, largely centered around Irwin's controlling nature. Sheila's deep desire to have children was met with multiple miscarriages, which caused emotional strain and added to the fractures in their relationship. Professionally, Sheila struggled to carve out her own identity, often overshadowed by her husband's fame. In her later years, she battled pulmonary fibrosis, a disease that led to her passing on November 15, 2013, at the age of 84. Sheila is remembered as a woman who faced life's difficulties with remarkable strength and dignity. Fritz Feld, born on October 15, 1900, in Berlin, Germany, brought his trademark comedic style to the role of Mr. Zich in Lost in Space in 1966, at the age of 66. Fleeing Nazi Germany, Fritz rebuilt his life and career in Hollywood, where he became a beloved character actor known for his humorous roles and the iconic pop sound effect he made. Although his on-screen persona was lighthearted and entertaining, his personal life was marked by struggles and loss, offering a contrast to the joy he delivered to audiences. Despite facing many challenges, Fritz Feld's legacy as a talented comedic actor endures. Fritz Feld, married to actress Virginia Christine, had two sons, Stephen and Danny. However, their marriage was strained due to his perfectionist nature and long absences for work. Both sons struggled with mental health issues, which deeply affected Feld. Additionally, he carried the silent grief of losing family members during the Holocaust, a loss he rarely spoke about. In his later years, following Christine's passing in 1996, Feld became increasingly isolated, grappling with depression and loneliness. He passed away on November 18, 1993, at the age of 93. Though the exact cause of his death remains undisclosed, Feld is remembered as a resilient actor whose personal struggles contrasted sharply with the joy he brought to audiences. Albert Salmi, born on March 11, 1928 in Brooklyn, New York, left a lasting impact with his role as Alonzo P. Tucker in Lost in Space in 1966 at the age of 38. Known for his intense acting style, Salmi was acclaimed for performances like in The Brothers Karamazov. However, his career was often limited by being typecast in rough, violent roles. Off-screen, Salmi's personal life was marked by tumult, including 2 marriages. His first marriage to Peggy Ann Garner ended due to his volatile temper and infidelity. His second marriage to Roberta Puch also faced significant struggles despite the couple having 2 daughters. As his career faltered and financial difficulties mounted, Salmi's mental health deteriorated. Tragically, on April 22, 1990, despondent over his failing marriage and career, Salmi took the life of his estranged wife before taking his own. At 62, his death marked a heartbreaking end to a life filled with both success and deep personal tragedy. His story serves as a poignant reminder of the hidden struggles many face behind public success. Leonard Stone, born on November 3, 1923, brought wit and cunning to his role as Farum, a scheming circus owner in Lost in Space at the age of 43. Born into a working-class family, Stone overcame early setbacks and rejections to pursue a career in acting. Despite his talent, his career faced challenges with a lack of consistent roles, though he earned recognition for his part in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory and various Broadway productions. His personal life was marked by conflict, including a troubled marriage to actress Lucille Lure, which ended after 15 years and involved custody battles over their daughters, Diane and Laura. Tragically, Stone's later years were shadowed by loss, including the death of his daughter Laura and his own battle with cancer. Stone passed away on November 2, 2011, just one day shy of his 88th birthday. He is remembered for his resilience, remarkable talent, and his ability to shine despite the many adversities he faced. Don Matheson, born on August 5, 1929, portrayed IDIC Alpha 12, a loyal and powerful android, in Lost in Space at the age of 36. His commanding presence in the role reflected his ambition to succeed in Hollywood, but his career was fraught with obstacles. Initially pursuing a career in law enforcement, Matheson eventually transitioned to acting, a choice that led to tension with his conservative family. He married actress Deanna Lund, whom he met on the set of Land of the Giants. Their marriage, however, was marked by jealousy and frequent arguments, ultimately ending in divorce. They had one daughter, Michelle. Despite his prominent roles in sci-fi series, Matheson struggled to break free from the typecasting that limited his career opportunities. He passed away from lung cancer on June 29, 2014, at the age of 84. Though his career had its ups and downs, Matheson left a significant mark on the science fiction genre. Robert Falk, born on May 5, 1908, portrayed K.M., a stern and gruff character in Lost in Space at the age of 59. Known for his commanding presence, Falk was often cast in roles that required strength and confrontation, serving as an imposing figure in the series. Raised in poverty, Falk worked various odd jobs during the Great Depression to help support his family. He married Alice Frost, with whom he had one daughter, Barbara. However, the demands of his career and frequent absences put a strain on their relationship. While his career peaked in the 1950s, Falk faced financial difficulties and health challenges later in life. He passed away on February 25, 1989, at the age of 80. Despite the challenges, Falk left behind a legacy of powerful performances, even if they were often underappreciated. Warren Oates, born on July 5, 1928, played Jimmy Hapgood, a rugged and independent character in Lost in Space, at the age of 37. With his rugged charm and distinctive screen presence, Oates was cast in roles requiring strong, commanding personalities. Raised in a working-class Kentucky family, he overcame self-esteem issues and a stutter during his childhood. His career featured notable performances in films like The Wild Bunch and Badlands, but his personal life was fraught with struggles. Oates married 3 times, with his second marriage ending quickly due to his temper and alcoholism. He had no children, a regret he voiced later in life. Oates also endured several setbacks, including a motorcycle accident that left him with a limp and significant financial troubles in the late 1970s. Oates passed away from a heart attack on April 3, 1982, at age 53, leaving a legacy marked by unforgettable performances and personal hardships. Royal Dano, born on November 16, 1922, portrayed Major Domo in Lost in Space at the age of 43. Raised in a poor rural community in New York, his difficult childhood sparked his desire to become an actor. Dano began his career in theater, and his distinctive voice and commanding presence made him a popular figure in Hollywood, particularly in westerns and horror films. As Major Domo, Dano's natural charisma shone through, but his personal life was marred by struggles. His marriage to actress Jeanette Rosen ended in divorce, and Dano battled alcoholism, which strained his relationships and impacted his health. Despite his career successes, he faced difficulties finding steady work later in life, leading to financial hardships. Dano passed away from a heart attack on May 15, 1994, at age 71, leaving behind a legacy of remarkable performances that showcased both his unique talent and perseverance. Michael J. Pollard, born on May 30, 1939, portrayed the boy in Lost in Space from 1965 to 1968, at the age of 26. Growing up in New Jersey, Pollard was drawn to acting from a young age, but his path to Hollywood was not an easy one. His distinctive appearance and youthful look often led to typecasting in supporting roles, which kept him from attaining leading man status. Pollard's breakthrough came in 1967 when he portrayed C.W. Moss in Bonnie and Clyde, earning an Oscar nomination. Despite this success, his career fluctuated with both triumphs and setbacks. His time on Lost in Space was brief, and although he found a niche in supporting roles, he never reached the peak of stardom. In his personal life, Pollard had several relationships, but he never found lasting happiness. His marriage to actress Lita Barron ended in divorce, and they had no children. Pollard struggled with alcoholism and dissatisfaction with his career trajectory. He passed away from cardiac arrest on November 20, 2019, at the age of 80, leaving a legacy of unique performances and a career that, while memorable, often left him longing for more. Michael Ansara, born on April 15, 1922, in Syria, portrayed the powerful and calculating character the ruler in Lost in Space in 1966, at the age of 44. His family immigrated to the United States when he was young, and his challenging upbringing inspired Ansara to pursue a career in acting during the 1950s. He gained fame for his iconic role as Klingon Kang in Star Trek. While he found success on screen, Ansara's personal life was filled with heartbreak. He married 3 times, including a highly publicized union with actress Barbara Eden, with whom he had a son, Matthew. However, their marriage ended after a decade due to emotional distance and the growing fame of Eden. His second marriage, to actress Jean Byron, also ended in divorce. In his later years, Ansara battled Alzheimer's disease, which severely affected his memory and communication abilities. He passed away on July 31, 2013, at the age of 91, due to complications from the illness. Ansara is remembered as a talented actor who brought depth to his roles and left a lasting impact on the entertainment industry. Gerald Moore, born on June 11, 1914, in New York City, played the enigmatic Morbus in Lost in Space in 1966, at the age of 52. Moore's career began in radio and film noir, where he quickly gained recognition for his deep, resonant voice and emotionally charged performances. Despite his professional achievements, Moore's personal life was fraught with challenges. He had a brief marriage to actress Anne Robinson, which ended due to his emotional detachment and long working hours. As the popularity of film noir declined in the 1960s, Moore struggled to find suitable roles, and his ongoing battle with alcoholism exacerbated his difficulties. His health deteriorated rapidly, and he passed away from a heart attack on November 9, 1968, at the age of 54, just 2 years after his role in Lost in Space. Moore left behind a legacy of memorable performances and a voice that remains iconic in the world of classic cinema. Malaki Throne, born on December 1, 1928, played a cunning and opportunistic thief in Lost in Space at the age of 37. Known for his quick wit and resourcefulness, Throne's life, both professionally and personally, was filled with striking contrasts. His early career in theater and film consisted of steady but unremarkable roles, until he had the opportunity to shine in a recurring role in Lost in Space. Despite his career success, Throne's personal life was fraught with challenges. His first marriage to actress Janet Zisch ended in a bitter divorce after a few years. He later remarried actress Kathy Throne, but this relationship also faced significant conflicts. The pressures of fame and the turbulent political climate of the 1960s and 1970s further complicated Throne's life. In his later years, Throne's career declined significantly, with fewer roles and growing frustration over the evolving nature of the entertainment industry. He passed away on March 13, 2013, at the age of 84, after battling lung cancer. Throne is remembered for his talent and his ability to bring depth and intrigue to his characters, even as he faced challenges in both his personal and professional life. Henry Jones, born on August 1, 1912, portrayed Jeremiah Smith, a calm and nurturing character who brought wisdom and guidance to the chaotic world of the Robinson family in Lost in Space at the age of 54. In contrast to his gentle on-screen persona, Jones's life was marked by hardships and personal loss. Growing up during the Great Depression, he faced significant struggles, including losing his father at a young age. Although he became a respected actor, Jones often found himself overshadowed by bigger Hollywood stars. His personal life was equally challenging. His marriage to actress Carolyn Jones was tumultuous and ultimately ended in divorce. In his later years, Jones faced numerous health issues, including complications from a fall, which ultimately led to his death. He passed away on May 17, 1999, at the age of 86, leaving behind a legacy of resilience and kindness that stood in stark contrast to the personal difficulties he endured throughout his life. Mercedes McCambridge, born on March 16, 1916, portrayed Sibylla, a wise and composed character in Lost in Space in 1966 at the age of 50. Renowned for the depth and insight she brought to her roles, McCambridge won an Academy Award for her performance in All the King's Men. However, her personal life was marked by tragedy. Raised in a strict household in the American Midwest, McCambridge endured loneliness and isolation during her childhood. She married 3 times, with her first marriage to actor Robert Gist ending after the devastating loss of their son shortly after birth. Her second marriage to director William Phillips also ended in divorce. McCambridge struggled with alcoholism and depression for much of her life, but maintained a legendary career in acting and voice work. She passed away from natural causes on March 2, 2004, at the age of 87, leaving behind a legacy of resilience and extraordinary talent. Struther Martin, born on March 26, 1919, in Indiana, portrayed the eccentric Narum in Lost in Space in 1966, at the age of 47. A versatile actor, Martin became well known for his distinctive voice and quirky roles in films such as Cool Hand Luke and Butch Cassidy and The Sundance Kid. Despite his on-screen success, Martin's personal life was tumultuous. He was married to actress Rita Ehrman, and the couple had 2 children. However, their relationship was strained by infidelity, ultimately leading to divorce. Martin also struggled with alcoholism, which took a toll on his health and career. He passed away from a heart attack on August 1, 1980, at the age of 61. Martin left behind a legacy of unforgettable performances, marked by both his exceptional talent and the personal challenges he faced. June Lockhart, born on June 25, 1925, was already a seasoned star by the time she took on the role of Maureen Robinson in Lost in Space at age 40. Known for her previous acclaim in Lassie and Petticoat Junction, she brought warmth and resilience to the motherly role. Her personal life, however, was not without its challenges. After marrying Dr. John F. Maloney in 1951 and having 2 daughters, the marriage ended in divorce after a decade. Her second marriage to architect John Lindsay also ended in divorce. Despite facing age-related biases and personal struggles, Lockhart carried on with grace. Now 99, she leads a quiet life, occasionally appearing at events that celebrate her legendary career, which continues to inspire. Bill Mumy, born on February 1, 1954, was only 11 when he won hearts as the beloved Will Robinson in Lost in Space. His early talent propelled him to fame, but transitioning to adult roles proved difficult, leading to a lull in his career during the 1970s. Music offered Mumy a refuge, though the instability of the industry brought financial struggles. Married to Eileen Joy Davis since 1986, he found peace in family life, raising 2 children, Seth and Liliana, but the pressures of his career often strained home life. Over the years, Mumy faced self-doubt and battled alcoholism in his 40s, with the loss of his close friend and co-star Jonathan Harris weighing heavily on him. Now 70, Mumy continues to work sporadically in entertainment, finding solace in music and occasional voice acting roles while cherishing family and creative pursuits. Angela Cartwright, born on September 9, 1952, brought creativity and vibrancy to the role of Penny Robinson in Lost in Space at just 13 years old. Despite her shining on-screen presence, Angela faced challenges growing up. Born in England and moving to the U.S., she navigated cultural differences and the pressures of being a child actor. After Lost in Space, her career saw both highs and lows. Eventually, she found a new passion in photography, which became a fulfilling creative outlet. Angela married Steve Gullion in 1976, and they have 2 children. Though their marriage faced strains due to career pressures, they persevered. Now 72, Angela focuses on photography and writing, reflecting on her life and career while continuing to inspire through her art and storytelling. Raa Shaw, born on September 13, 1912, portrayed Clara Sims, a warm and nurturing character in Lost in Space from 1965 to 1968. Despite a childhood marked by hardship, Shaw overcame challenges to build a successful career in theater and film. Her personal life, however, was shaped by tragedy. She endured several failed marriages, including one to actor John Hodiak, who passed away suddenly in 1955. Without children, Shaw often faced loneliness and battled depression throughout her life. She passed away on January 8, 1982, at age 69, leaving behind a strong career in the arts, but a private life marked by sadness and unfulfilled dreams. Who is your favorite character from Lost in Space, 1965-1968? How do you feel knowing that many of the cast members have passed away? Don't hesitate to share your thoughts in the comments below.